Hi everyone, I'm Surya Ramkumar and welcome to my channel Strategy for Life. So today I'm going to do something different from what I usually do in this channel. And that is to give you a look at some of the behind the scenes on what has happened in this channel so far. So I started this channel a few weeks ago, but then even though I started the channel only a few weeks ago, I had been thinking about starting the channel for several months, probably more than a year. But I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to be on YouTube, whether I would be able to do the consistency of making videos on a regular basis. Do I have the technical skills for it? Would I like doing it? And so on. So I sat on the fence for a very long time until one day I decided, let's just go for it and just try it out. And I came across this 7-video challenge by Ali Abdaal and his team. And I thought, you know what, let me give it a try. So that's what I've done. And believe it or not, this is my 7th video. And so I've done 6 videos. I followed the format. And the 7th video is about reflections. And I thought, let's give it a go. So what has been my journey so far? So it started out with what they call a beat the perfection video, which was kind of nice because the brief on it was very simply get your phone or any sort of recording device and start recording. That was nice actually because there was no sort of expectation of high excellence and you just kind of recorded it. And I'm quite happy to say that I didn't overthink it. So there is one quite bad video on this channel, which if don't delete it, you can still find as the first video. But the objective of that was to beat perfection. And if I think about it, that's actually a very good way to start something. Don't aim for perfection. Don't aim for even very good. Just get started. Take the first step. The second one was called Introduction. It's not one of my favorite videos, but it did made me think about how am I showing up in this channel? Because this was not about giving you the entirety of my life, but who am I in this channel and why should you come to this channel? So it helped me really crystallize what this channel stands for. And it also helped me to learn how to make YouTube videos in a sort of a crisp way. I learned the importance of audio. So the first time I actually bought a microphone and started using the external microphone, that was a good one. And then the next video, the third one, was about what are you truly passionate about? And for me, that was obvious. Books. I love reading. So I made this video about my passion for reading. I have to say, I really enjoyed making this video. I came up with 10 reasons why somebody should read. And if you do read, how it can become really a superpower for you. So that was video number 3. And maybe just to take a step back, in each of these videos, I was trying to learn something new. In video number 3, I actually outsourced the editing process to someone else. And this was quite difficult for me because I actually liked making the video and I had this idea on how this video should be like. But I thought, you know what, this is about learning things, right? So let's actually learn how to outsource. So I let it go. And so obviously the recording is mine, but the creative inputs on how the whole thing came together is from someone else. Now, the 4th video was about reviewing something. And I decided to review one of my favorite books. It's called Factfulness by Hans Rosling. Again, that was an interesting video to make, also because it had been a long time since I read that book. So it took me a little while to remember. But then I realized I don't want to talk about a recent book. I really do want to talk about something that had made a lasting impact on me. And Factfulness was that book. And in that specific one, I tried to learn how to use a new editing software. So I'm not that great at editing. It is not something I've done before. And so it was a good experience to learn something which is out of my comfort zone. The 5th video was a teaching video. So this channel is an educational channel or it's a learning channel. It's really focused on how to help you get the most out of your life. So in a way, this was one of the videos which felt closest to what I would want to do in this channel outside of the 7-video challenge. So I made a video on how to think in different levels. And I chose that topic because I felt that this is one of those topics which is so foundational to clear thinking. I loved making that video and I hope you will really enjoy it too. And by this time, I'm also learning how to make thumbnails. I was told that thumbnails have a disproportionate impact on how videos do well on YouTube or not. If I make a video, I would love to have the right people come and watch it. So I tried to learn how to make good thumbnails. It was a fun process. Now, the sixth video, the prompt was to do a vlog of your day. So go around and record your various activities. Now, I had a dilemma. One is it would be so different from what I would ever plan to do in this channel. So I didn't really see the purpose of doing that. Second, it would be quite an ordeal. I would have to ask permission for all the people that I would meet on the day, and I really didn't see the purpose for it. And it's when I start following a structure, I actually like to follow the structure. So for me, I thought this is actually a good learning opportunity to learn to take a break and to deviate. So I decided to do a video which is a little bit similar to the previous one, but it is really about explaining a certain framework. So in my newsletter, which I send out every week, I try to give my readers a framework which will help them in life. I had never tried to bring that framework to life in a format such as video. I do think I would like these frameworks to reach a wider population, and not everybody likes to read a newsletter. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to try if I could make that come alive with a video. So that was video number 6. And finally, this is video number 7. So I haven't quite planned for this video as I have done for the previous one. So that's the one that I'm experimenting with in this one, to go off the cuff and see what comes through without actually too much of a preparation. So I want to just have a reflection on what I have learned through this process. So the first one is get started and get going. Really leave this idea out of perfection and trying to be the best in every video. I think one of the things that stood out for me in this course is the first 10 videos, just make it. Don't try to optimize, don't try to do a strategy for your channel, just make the videos. And then even the next 30, you're really making it for yourself, because as it's about learning it, right? Learning the different techniques, learning the various facets of making a video, learning about yourself as well. Now, if I think about write, which is my primary mode of creative expression, that rings very true. I have written so much, so many pages and so many stories and so many articles before I was even ready to put something out into the world. And all of it was in practice. So in that sense, it made sense that the first 10 videos and the first 30 videos and perhaps even the first 100 videos is really training. You are learning how to make a video. And that really helped me to get into this process and to approach each of the videos with a sense of what am I learning this time. And this is something that I hope to continue into the process. The other thing I learned was to split the process. So when I think about I need to make video number 6, that feels like an overwhelming task. But then if I learn to split it, first is I need to brainstorm the ideas. Then I need to actually outline the content for that video, the script, if you will. And then I make a thumbnail and a title, and then I finally do the recording, and then there is the editing, and finally the uploading. So all of these, treat them as discrete steps. So that was one learning, so I don't get overwhelmed with sort of, oh, I should have made one video today. How come I didn't do that? Because actually it's not one step of making one video, it's actually multiple steps. So it helps to split. The other thing I realized a little bit later in the process is that it makes sense to batch process some of these steps. So when you're brainstorming, brainstorm all of them together. When you're scripting, script them together. And then especially on the recording part, once you have all the setup, you might as well record a few videos at one go. So that was an interesting learning. I also learned a little bit about setups. I learned that it helps to have a lamp. It helps to have some green. And I mean, the bookshelf, I always had it. I don't have any wall in my room without a bookshelf, actually, so that's going to be there. I learned about audio, the importance of audio. I learned about editing softwares more than I would need to know. I learned how to outsource, though I'm still on the fence on whether I would outsource my editing or not. I think I would keep both options. Depending on the video, I might go for one or the other. And mostly I realized if you don't set yourself too high in expectation, this can really be fun. And I hope through this process, I can reach a wider audience than those who would just read my books, because there are many people who watch YouTube than read books. And I would love to be able to help more people with some of the frameworks and thinking that I have in my book, The Strategy for Life. And with this format, I'm also able to bring the learnings to life in a more vivid way through better and longer explanations, and also through more examples. And I want to thank you for watching these videos so far. And if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.